Scottie Scheffler, the two-time defending champion.
Looking to go back to back to back.
I would say last year, this whole tournament was one of the best performances I've had in my career, for sure.
Definitely excited to be the first to defend. You know, that golf course is very difficult, and it's not a place that suits any one style of game.
Hey, way to talk it through.
That was a great talk.
No one three-peated since Steve Stricker at the John Deere Classic in 2011, 14 years.
What's the little guy doing?
He's great. Just hanging, running the show.
Everybody wants to bet Scheffler.
When you think about how unpredictable this tournament can be, to have that short of an outright number really says something about where Scheffler is in the eyes of odds makers.
Hey, bud, can I trade you a signed glove for this pen?
Sure.
Pretty good trade.
Someone good trade.
The depth of field of the Players' Championship makes this potential feat even that much more impressive.
I'd like to welcome two-time defending champion Scottie Scheffler to the interview room here at the Players' Championship.
What are you thinking about backing up last year with this year?
It's great to have won this tournament the last 2 years, but at the end of the day, it's in the past. Can I rely on some of those experiences when I step up on the first tee and give myself a little bit of confidence? Yes. I'm tremendously thankful, but when it comes to this year, my goal is to be as prepared as possible when I step up on the first tee, and then I want to have a good attitude when I go out and play. That's how I view success.
Scottie was the first guy to successfully defend last year, so it's been challenging for every champion.
What is it about this golf course where even champions have very unpredictable records?
It is interesting. Very quickly, holes out here can go from birdie holes or birdie opportunities to really grinding for par.
You can hit one ball in the water, and then the very next shot, you're faced with the same shot. You just have to be so on your game here, more than any other course that we play. That's what it demands.
I think there's a lot of genius in the way the golf course is designed. You can't fake it around this place. It's not a horses for courses type place. The guys that are playing the best are going to be on the leaderboard on Sunday. Plain and simple.
Scottie won it 2 years in a row. If someone got the whole package, is going to play well here. You know, he's hitting a lot of fairways, can shape the ball off the tee, short game's wicked.
Being mentally tough around that place is important. I try to be as mentally tough as possible. My head, just when I get kind of immersed in the joy of competition and going out there and playing and doing what I love is typically when I play my best golf.
Go get him, Scottie.
13-time PGA Tour winner, including the 2023 and 2024 Players' Championship, and FedEx Cup champion, Scottie Scheffler.
You got Scottie Scheffler, world number one, Xander Schauffele, and then Rory McIlroy, also a past Players' champion. Scottie started par while his two playing partners both birdied the first two holes. So early deficit for him. Doesn't birdie the par 5 second, which is a missed opportunity. But makes a long birdie putt on 3.
He's got a chance.
There's the first birdie of the day for the two-time defending champion.
A birdie for me on 4. He had to control his wedge spin, and he played it just behind and spun it right down the green. It was a hard shot. Got it down there to 5 feet above the hole, left to right.
Look who's 2 under.
He was great on the front 9, making those birdies.
The 2-putt birdie at the 9th. 3 under par, he'll make the walk to the 10th tee.
Back 9 especially, he did a good job of just managing things. You know, not a ton of really close birdie opportunities, but the big thing was just made pars even when he was out of position.
Scottie Scheffler, who is looking for a three-peat, is once again in position. He is in touch after day 1.
I think Scottie is walking off this golf course saying, I need to swing it better. But the beautiful thing is they keep it really simple, and so the solutions are often very simple and something they could very well fix tonight.
Stayed patient out there, and I didn't try and force anything around the golf course, and I gave myself enough opportunities to shoot a better score. I just wasn't able to score as well as I would have hoped to. Overall, I'm pleased with the results, and I did some good things that I'll look to hone in and maybe shoot a little lower tomorrow.
Good job there, Scottie.
It's extremely difficult to three-peat anywhere.
In the past 50 years, Tiger Woods has won 3 tournaments in a row, 4 different times. Everyone else not named Tiger, it's only happened 3 times. Tom Watson back in 1978 to 80, Stuart Appleby in 04 to 06, and the most recent, Steve Stricker at the John Deere Classic, 2009 to 2011.
You've had 17 attempts since. Guys like Rory.
Nobody's won this 3 times in a row. What do you think?
I'm going to give it a go.
Justin Thomas, Victor Hovland.
It's just hard to win any tournament. There's added pressure when you go back and defend, and especially when you won it twice in a row, you put more pressure on yourself because you're defending, you want to defend again. But down the stretch, there's so much that can happen.
Golf is hard. I think every time you go out and play, you're almost looking in a mirror. You're trying to manage your emotions, manage your skill set, manage your way around the golf course.
The odds of any player accomplishing a three-peat out of a 144-man field, it's about 3 million to 1. If you factor in how good Scottie Scheffler is, and you look at his individual odds over the last 3 years, it's closer to 220 to 1. But that shows how much different caliber player Scottie is versus even an average PGA Tour player.
Scottie Scheffler is made for the TPC Sawgrass stadium course. His driving accuracy for the length that he hits the ball is really good. His iron play when he's on, it reminds me a little bit of Tiger Woods, and that he seems to hit his irons pin high all the time. He controls the distance beautifully.
There's a lot happening inside with Scottie. It's hard to see, but now he's been in this position and playing this well for a long time. There's something really driving him inside because he doesn't give much away on the outside. I think he takes it all in his stride. He's incredibly humble given his success the last couple of years. And probably that helps him with however he's pushing himself inside.
Round 2 of the Players. The 2-time defending champion, Scottie Scheffler, starts the day 3 back.
Really gettable on Friday. If you went out in the morning, you had a really good shot to score a really low number.
For back-to-back birdies.
Oh, that was a good putt.
Scottie Scheffler serving notice.
Sublime Scottie. So good with a wedge. Distance control impeccable.
It's been a phenomenal game with the wedges. He's played unbelievably well today. Hasn't holed a lot of putts, but enough.
There we go. What an up and down.
Big one for the scorecard. I think even bigger for the confidence on the green.
It's very robotic. It's kind of like half man, half machine stuff. It's pretty impressive.
I think if you were to point to one area of Scottie's game that has been kind of the most worrisome through the first 2 days, it is that putter.
Just can't buy one. That 8 to 15-foot range has been really tough for Scottie so far this week.
Even if he isn't putting well, he just knows how to plot his way around a golf course to where, yeah, today was not his best day, but still 0 double bogeys. And those are the things that keep you in tournaments.
Last year, those were the putts that would go in, and the last few weeks, it seems like they haven't been. Still doing a lot of good things, hitting a lot of good putts, and looking forward to trying to climb the leaderboard over the weekend.
You can't count Scottie Scheffler out. It'd be a little bit poetic if he can come out and do the exact same thing he did a year ago.
Scottie's still a threat because he's won in 2 very different ways here. In 2023, he was clearly the best man in the field, won by a country mile. In 2024, he was in the chase pack.
He's actually getting his left shoulder and neck area getting worked on.
He was far from 100%, and I think I was more infatuated watching him go around the course with a messed up neck than I was playing my own game.
His overall movement just looks a little stiff.
You know he's fighting through it.
I think the way I played injured Friday and Saturday to just keep myself in the tournament took a lot of fight, a lot of heart.
He played really solid and didn't seem like he got a lot out of his game. I remember him getting frustrated and not being able to convert birdie putts.
I was able to chip it around and play weird shots and somehow make pars and make some key birdies when I needed to. You know, I think about late on Saturday, birdieing the last 3 holes to give myself just an outside chance.
World #1 showing us again why he's on every single leaderboard every single week.
I think that gave him a lot of confidence heading into Sunday.
Got to get it going after 3 straight pars.
This one ought to be dancing around the hole.
Kind of like that. Unbelievable!
And all of a sudden to knock that shot in at 4, it's like you could almost see the light go off. Yeah, I've still got a chance to win this thing.
And he has jumped to a tie for the lead.
7 back after the 15th hole yesterday. You look what he's done today.
Grinding out towards the end and hitting quality shots when I needed to under pressure. And I was very proud of how I finished off the close tournament like that.
Scottie Scheffler is the 50th Players Champion and the first to go back-to-back.
It's hard to beat him under any circumstance, injured, not injured, from behind, from ahead, defending, not defending. Scottie can, at this course, win under any circumstance.
Let's go, Scottie!
Why not, Scottie? Why not? Welcome, Scottie. Let's go.
Scottie Scheffler ready to tee off, the 2-time defending champion here in the 3rd round.
Round 3 of the Players' Championship, much tougher conditions than we saw the first 2 days.
Terrific tee shot and a birdie.
Scottie. This place is hard enough with no wind. You get 30 miles an hour, gusty, inconsistent. It's hard to control your golf ball. Scottie, we usually think about making no mistakes, but we did see one at 12.
Drivable par 4.
Wow, you don't see him flare it out that far very often. It's going to miss well right.
In the pine straw, off the tee, puts it in the water.
It's going to have to sit
down. Man, that is going to be wet if it doesn't go the brakes.
Was a 3rd ball in the water in the last 3 players. We don't see many balls in the water from him. A costly mistake at an inopportune time.
Still gets up and down to make bogey. That is now 3 years running, no double bogeys for him. I think just exemplifies his course management skills and his short game in particular.
The wind kept getting stronger. Last 10 groups on the golf course, average score was above 75.
How does the ball go up with the wind blowing 30 miles an hour that way and go like this?
Scottie had a chance to move up there. Bogeys at 2 of the last 3 holes.
Number 1 running hot.
Kind of an inverse of last year when he made a slew of birdies coming in on the final holes of the 3rd round to kind of spark some momentum into the final day.
He's now 7 back. Last year he was 5 back.
I think what we saw today is really the only thing that can stop Scottie Scheffler's Mother Nature.
It's challenging with the wind, and maybe I was a touch off out there and it exaggerated some of those misses. I felt like I did some good things there towards the end, and going into tomorrow, just try and get off to a good start and then go from there.
Come here, Bubba.
Yeah. We've had lots of great players who think, what's Scottie's secret and how can I apply that to my game?
His demeanor and his mental toughness, the way he plots his way around golf courses and how he just wears people down. That's what he does better than anybody else.
After Rory won Pebble, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, even more so when it's Rory McIlroy talking about trying to imitate your golf game.
It's strategy. I'm a big admirer of Scottie's for a lot of different reasons, but every time I play with him and I watch how he plays and how disciplined he is, there's impulses that I have on the golf course that it looks like Scottie doesn't have, and I have to rein those in, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You can't help but want to copy a guy who has had the past 3 years that Scottie has had.
It's one thing to get to the number 1 spot in the world, and then it's another to stay there. To stay there almost requires more commitment. That's what Scottie does so well. He's so committed to his craft. And we're all trying to get better to keep up with him.
Scottie Scheffler
needs to get going here.
Streak of 10 consecutive subpar rounds here at the stadium course ended yesterday.
Today I just didn't give myself enough opportunities and didn't hold enough putts.
He said he had to get off to a good start today and didn't do that.
Overall, just feel like I'm close, just a little bit off this week.
Not even Scottie Scheffler wins the Players' Championship 3 years in a row. There's no harder course to defend on than TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, it doesn't diminish what he's done the last 2 years. No one so far this season has been able to repeat, and we'll see the rest of the way if anyone's even able to repeat and possibly set up a three-peat down the line.
So the three-peat won't happen, but we could have a guy winning this championship for the 2nd time.
Scottie, I just wanted to ask you about Rory. Played with him first couple days.
I thought he was playing really solid. He didn't make many mistakes. He kept a pretty clean card. He holds some nice putts. Definitely was playing well enough to have a chance to win.
We had world #1 win this championship last year for the first time ever going back-to-back. And you've got McIlroy trying to pick up a second player's title.
Jack, Tiger, and Scotty were the only 3 with multiple players and multiple majors, and you know it's a nice club to be a part of.
McIlroy's got another player's title.
Rory McIlroy is our winner here, the 8th person to win multiple players' titles, joining Scottie Scheffler, who was kind of helped inspire this win from Rory.
Yeah, no coincidence, I think, that Rory wins the players in the year that he's trying to play more like Scottie Scheffler.
Being able to repeat here was very special, and I would have liked to have done it a 3rd time, but at the end of the day, I just didn't have what it took this week. I have a lot of great memories here for both my wins, and yeah, definitely a lot of good memories.